There's a quote I heard this past year that has resonated a lot with me. And I'm pretty sure it's always been a quote and I just didn't think about it or never heard of it. But here's the quote: "Change is scary, but so is staying the same." This has resonated with me a lot this past year, reason being is because I've lived the same life and the same routine for almost 5 years since I graduated high school. I graduated high school in 2019, and at my graduation ceremony, when they called up every student on the stage to get their diploma and everything, you have to put your full name on a card and what you're doing in the next year. I wrote on my card, obviously my full name, but I didn't write that I'm going to U of T or Seneca or anything. I wasn't planning on going to college when I graduated high school. But one of my teachers, when it was my turn, they said, "Morgan Orleano, working for the rest of the year?" And the reason why I wrote it that way is because I didn't want to say I was working at a restaurant. Like, I wasn't embarrassed fully. I just was embarrassed to say I was working at a restaurant because I was only 18. I didn't have college figured out. I didn't want to go right away. I just wanted to figure out what I truly wanted to do. And that was that. But I did have a job. And that was at a restaurant. I'm not going to say their name because absolutely not. It was toxic as hell. But anyway, after graduation, COVID happened. I stopped working at that restaurant. It didn't even last a year. I did whatever I kind of wanted to do during COVID, like a lot of us did. 2022, I found my first proper job that I've been at for 3 years now. And I still haven't figured anything out afterwards. I was just like, I found a job! Woo! And I just did whatever I wanted. But when I think of it now, I've been kind of dumb how I've handled with money. I didn't save a lot. I was not good with money for the past 3 years, ever since I started this job. And now, I'm 24. I'm now trying to figure it out. Not only have I been at the same job for 3 years, I've been living with my parents ever since I graduated. I didn't move out. And although there's nothing wrong with that because of how crazy inflation is in Canada, especially Toronto, it's hard to move out, At the same time, I could have found roommates. I could have found just a room to live with other people, but I didn't. That's where I kind of regret how I navigated the last 5 years. I just feel like I haven't moved at all. The changes I have made ever since I heard that quote was last October to November. One of the first few things I did that was kind of new is take silversmithing classes. That was really cool. Teacher was awesome, very sweet. I got to make 2 rings. The second thing I did in November was travel by myself for the very first time. I went to Montreal. I've been to Montreal before, but I rarely remember anything about it. And when I went by myself, it was an amazing time. I got to do whatever I wanted to do. I got to go wherever I wanted to go. Like, I felt a sense of calm when I was there because it was just me and no one else, and I had a great time. My mission wasn't meeting new people. It was just me time and going to places, point blank period. And the last thing I did that was new was seeing a therapist for the very first time. Never went to a therapist before, but I felt like it was necessary because of how 2024 went for me. A lot happened emotionally, and I felt like I couldn't talk to family and friends, so I seeked a therapist, and it was great. I definitely have to go back to her. I haven't had another session with her ever since November, late November, and it's been almost 2 months, but definitely will go back to her very soon. Where I'm basically getting at with today's topic, with this quote that I resonated with this past year. change is scary, but so is staying the same, right? Is if you never try, you never will know what could have happened. When I think about the what ifs, I think about that so much more than just doing it, if that makes sense. Because when you do it, at least you should have the idea of rejection in your mind. Like, they could just say no, or it just won't work out. But if you tried, you'll never know. You'll never know. And that's why, with this quote, change is scary, but so is staying the same. Both are scary options, unfortunately. Right? You either go for it or you don't. But I just say, go for it every time. If you want to do something, just do it. Don't overthink it. Because when you overthink it, you let that take more time in your mind than just actually doing it and see what could have happened. The classes I took, the Montreal trip, and the therapy sessions, I was scared. I was like, no, like, this is something new. I can't just do it. But you can. You can. Let nothing be in the way of you. Ever. If you want to do something, just go do it. Of course, it's going to be hard. It's going to be scary. But at least you could say you did it. And you tried it. If it didn't work out, at least you tried it. And you can move on to the next thing that's probably better for you. If you want to join that soccer team, you want to join that sport, do it. If you want to take therapy sessions, do it. If you want to ask that person out and you've been thinking about it for a while, just do it. The worst possible thing is them saying no, or it didn't work out. And you get a life lesson out of it. If you didn't end up liking that sport, you didn't end up liking that therapist, you didn't end up liking this person, there's a life lesson and there's a reason why it happened. That's my belief on things, philosophically. Overall, is this year, 2025, is go-getter season. Just do it. Have fun. Don't overthink it. Point blank, period. Just go for it. Just do it. Don't be scared. And that was the official first episode of Real Small Talk with Moreo. Thank you. Oh my God. This is my, I think, third take. I'm redoing this first episode visually, and I think I did a better job, I think. We shall see, And yeah. Awesome. It's sunny as hell right now. It's great. But I'm hot. I want to turn on my fan again because I have the window closed. And that's all, folks. Thank you guys for tuning in again. I really appreciate your time. If you want to keep up with me with all my socials, IG, TikTok, at Real Small Talk Podcast. Or if you want to keep up with my small business, my crocheting, my crafting, all that jazz, IG, TikTok, at Made by Moreo. Once again, thank you so much. I appreciate the time. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.